looking at an old case in Scotland. It was this guy named Robert Black, and he was a pedophile. He would rape and kill little girls. Now, I'm only a short way into his thing. I'm how far into it here? 8 minutes in, and it's a 43-minute video. And I pulled the cards, and he had been, the reason I think he was after young girls was because, for one, he was an outcast. For two, he was in a male thing, and he had gotten sexually abused by males. So I think he knew the pain of that, of being sexually abused, but he doesn't, come out with as much understanding the pain that the little girls are feeling. But this is something, like I said, he was driven to do. So what I got in the four corners was his delusional driven things about families. This caused judgment that he was wrestling with, okay? This was also his abuse and the abuse he caused to others through his judgments. Now he was, his mother put him in an orphanage. He was taken by this couple and he was abused there. So the whole time, they never even really gave him a name, is what it said, and it was an abusive environment. So what I got above everything, we had his illusions and wanting to get to calmer waters. Now what's interesting here is we have the child, ferrying the child. This is his mental spin, okay, about going forward, taking action. This comes from his nightmare scenarios, the mental things he had about families, that he was abused, didn't really have a good family, and so was driven by this drama. The foundation of it is, again, his abuse and the other things that happened, the death of these children. I think part of this was the work of where he was, that in that scenario where he was abused. He was investigating, was very interested in sexual stuff at a very young age. And I think it's because he was also probably sexually abused at the foster home, or if he was adopted, whatever it was that he was with. This caused his dissatisfaction with life and his emotional disturbances and judgments that he had. Okay, so we'll go to the next layer here with this, because this was his long-term path, and coming to the end, the long-term path where these children were representing purity, and he wound up killing them. This was at the heart of things for him. This was where he was at, the road he took, the crossroads, and he was driven. He was motivated going forward to eat away, and we'll see why here in a second. Let me put these back and we'll go to the next layer. He was eating away at what? The families out of his judgment, because he did not have a family. He did not have love things that he could relate to. Also, well, we'll start over here. Again, we had this illusion when it came to purity and the life path and death. Okay, this is stuff that he meditated on. It was in his mind, I think, whether he was awake or asleep. Then we had the heart. At the heart of things, this moved him forward, okay, because of things that had been done, things that he gathered in his life. Okay. We reached the point of the pathway. We had moving forward and his investigations into the sexuality drama. This was what he was driven to do, motivated to do, because of it. We have the nightmares and the dissatisfaction with things. And then, as we saw the other one, this tearing away at families, etc., for stuff that he didn't have. Now, also we have with that, at the heart of it, we had his illusory investigations. We had his going forward. The action he took was to kill these people. Also, that path for him, with his dissatisfaction, took him to calmer waters. It was like a release for him, apparently, doing that from the gathered nightmares that he has. Moving forward, again, it was judgment, and he took action on that when it came to families, etc. So yeah, it was just very sick, very sick. And like I said, I think he chose little girls because he had been molested by boys. And I think he probably had been molested in his family home as well. But he knew the pain it caused boys because he had gone through it. So he would pick these little girls and would rape and kill them. So anyway, I thought that was interesting what it came, that it was like a release for him, and because he never had a family structure, this was his judgment about it. I didn't get to have it, and these people have it, and so that's what he did. He took it out on them. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see you online.